Welcome back. You watch UAP Truth 33. I'm John. I'm your host. How's everybody doing, man? Good. I want to get into this. There's something that we need to a topic we need to get into, and I think that today's the day that we really get into it. And because we got some bad actors in the world that are trying to erase history as we know it, and they're doing it in real time. They're doing it on Wikipedia. It's a messed up story, man. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. So there's a group called Guerrilla Skeptics, a woman named Susan Gerbic. And what they're doing is they're actually erasing people from Wikipedia, changing narratives. There's these editors that are the sole foundation. The whole Wikipedia page, they managed to they took the whole thing down. Harold Malmgren, one of the most decorated advisors to multiple presidents, they took his Wikipedia page down after he did the interview with Jesse Michaels. Pippa Malmgren, her too, she was a victim. Uh, Christopher Mellon, his page was taken down. Then when it was put back up, it reported that his uncle was involved with, which I really can't say that on YouTube, but I said it, disinformation. It was total disinformation. Said his uncle was involved with them. I guess it was like his great uncle, or something like that. Maybe not. Maybe his great uncle. They said he was involved with them during the before and during World War II. Just total disinformation. A hit piece. And this is the tactics that these skeptics do. And this is the thing, like if it's all BS, if it's none of it's real, if we're all just living in a fantasy land and UFOs are fake, then why are you attacking people on Wikipedia? Why are you trying to smear people and run these smear campaigns and release medical documents of servicemen that served their country well? They were GS-15s and they whistle blew to Congress and you release medical records. We're talking about David Grush in that aspect. But you see these skeptics and these people doing these things, and I just don't think they're real skeptics. I think they're like agents for whoever, intelligence agencies, maybe. I don't know, man, but they're doing these things, and it seems like these skeptics are so hardcore that they just try to destroy this subject any way they can. And it's a shame, man. And the worst part about it is hundreds of millions of people use Wikipedia. I mean, it's the source. Like we're talking like news editors and, reporters, when they want information about somebody or organization, they go to Wikipedia, man. So if you have these people that are doing this, it's damaging reputations. It's damaging reputable stories that need to get out, and it's just damaging the whole community. And not only that, but then you look at the infighting and stuff that you see inside the UFO community on X, and it's just really disheartening to me, man. Um, Lou Elizondo's Wikipedia page was tampered with, and apparently it's just Susan Gerbic and Guerrilla Skeptics, whatever that is. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? And not only that, but I want to speak about the things on X. Like, if we're all looking for the truth, if we're all searching, trying to push the same, we're trying to get this exposed, we're trying to realize the reality of the world that we live in. If that's our goal, right? And we're all here together, man. Like if you disagree with something I say, I don't mind. Jump in the comments and tell me you think what I said is BS. That's cool. But it's whenever these people start attacking each other, man. And like it's just not good. It's not good for us. It's not good for the community. And I don't know why the world is so divided right now. Like I remember a time when the world wasn't this divisive. And I just don't I fear for where we're headed, you know? And it brings me back to what Chris Bledsoe said about 2 timelines. And yeah, you can say like, "Oh, yeah, but, it's not a big deal," or whatever, but it is a big deal. And I think it's deeper than just you know, criticizing somebody or, I believe we could have healthy criticism, healthy debates where we don't have to insult each other because we disagree with each other, right? And like I don't even watch if I see a channel like that Professor Dave dude, man, like I don't want none of that in my life at all. Like none of that low vibration, BS. Like, listen, man, I give it no airplay at all. And it just, and the disheartening thing is a lot of people love it. They love that type of stuff. Um, I can't get into it, because I believe that the bad actors inside and outside of government use that against us. They'd love to see people divided because when people are united in something, they're almost unstoppable, man. And they fear that. So they will always push this divisive nature, you know? And hopefully, I wish we could get a different platform beside, like, I've been checking out Wiki Spooks, man. You want to talk about some rabbit holes, dude? Go to Wiki Spooks. I'm sorry I keep saying, dude, all the women are probably getting pissed off at me. I just how I talk. Listen, some channels you get a guy in a suit, putting on a really great presentation. Mine is more like, just two people having a conversation, in the car. You know what I'm saying? Like that that's how I do it. If you want the more professional thing, look, I'm sorry. I might get better later. It's gonna get greater later. You gotta bear with me. I'll try to eliminate dude out of my vocabulary for the purposes of this show. But in the meantime, we gotta get like a new platform. I wish there was like a UFO wiki or something. Wouldn't that be cool, man? We're like, like how the Hillary Clinton emails came out and like you seen John Podesta communicating with her and they were talking about secret access programs and UFOs. Like that was awesome, right? And it's a shame they they put Julian Assange in jail, but it was awesome while it lasted, right? I think we need like something like that, because Wikipedia is just it's going down the drain, man. Being controlled by bad actors, by people with bad intentions, especially to the UFO community. And that's the other thing. Like I was just talking about how like last week I was like really in my head, like wondering like where are we going with this subject? Like, is this just a big psyop that make us chase our tails so that we don't focus on the real issues that are ailing the world? And I think they are using it for that, but that doesn't take away from the truth of the matter that, there is a non-human intelligence here on Earth. I believe it's interacting with humanity. I believe it's been at interact like Carl Nell nailed it, and I think the influence has been ongoing for a very long time. There was a story about Jimmy Carter and that he had a UFO experience before he became president, and everybody thought that he was going to be the disclosure president. And apparently he pressured the CIA or whoever for the files to find out what was going on because he wanted to release it to the public. And he was a Christian. And apparently whatever they told him affected him so much that it was reported he was at the desk in the Oval Office with his head in his hands and he was sobbing for like an hour and that he was despondent for days after that. And everybody kind of speculated, well, what did they tell him? What did they tell Jimmy Carter that made him sob like a baby in his hands, at the desk for hours? Like, what could be that damaging that you can't tell society the truth? What is it about the UFO subject that they're so afraid of disclosing? Some people speculate that maybe it's that where we were created by them and that they created religion so that we wouldn't destroy each other, so that they could run their little experiments on us. And that's basically the nature of our existence. But I don't think that that negates the truth that there's a higher power, that there's a source that we came from. Granted, it might not be some flesh and blood man, that died 2,000 years ago. Maybe not. It might be something else, something more than that. It doesn't take away from the story, you know. I don't know. What do you guys think, man? Hit me up in the comments. You watch UAP Troop 33. I'm John. I had a good day with you guys. It was good talk, man. We dug deep. What do you think about this Jimmy Carter thing, man? Do you think that this story, if the truth would come out, would it damage society to the point where they would lose control? I don't know. Let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Like, share it to a friend, share it to two friends. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace.